The action continues on the card for K-Series Kickboxing with our co-main event of the evening. It is for the K-Series and Gamma 130-pound championship. Making his way to the blue corner, please welcome Oliver Janelle Faria.
Folks, don't go anywhere. Our next championship bout of the evening. (12-6) as he comes to the ring. Ali the Savage Janelle steps up for the 130-pound K-Series and Gamma Championship at his Church Street Boxing, coached by Chris Kwiatkowski. He is a step-forward, aggressive fighter. If you've ever seen him fight, you haven't forgotten it. And if you ever have fought him, you're probably still hurting from it. Recently won a Muay Thai championship at 125 pounds and won at 130 pounds up in Northern New York with a highlight reel finish. He's gone as low as 122, but tonight, he returns to the division he has been so dominant in at 130 pounds. Very dangerous with punches and elbows. He's gotten TKOs with body shots in the past, kicks, knees, punches. He's got a complete arsenal. Oliver Janelle is the man to beat and the man to fight in New York State, in the East Coast, in America, in my opinion. He told us, it doesn't matter how good my opponent is. Win, lose, or draw, he's going to know he was in a fight, and he's going to remember this one for the rest of his life.
And his opponent headed to the red corner, Kyle Boller.
Kyle the Magic Man Boller coming to the ring. 7-1 total record out of Pride Martial Arts. Kyle the Magic Man Boller returns here to K-Series, training for 7 years, started as a freshman in high school under UFC champ Glover Teixeira. The Magic Man, that nickname comes from his practice of up-close magic as a hobby, but also plays into his elusive and deceptive style. He's fought at 130 and 135. He comes in tonight as the recent RFC 130-pound kickboxing champion. We last saw him at K-Series 5, where he won the Gamma 130-pound title. He told us, "I'm feeling great coming into this fight, and this is the most experienced opponent I've faced yet. We match up really well because we're both pressure fighters in different ways." After this fight, he told us he plans to transition to MMA full-time. Originally from Queens, he fights here tonight in front of his family with a brand new title on the line. They're all here to see, can the Magic Man pull another title out of his hat and strap it around his waist?
The action continues on the card with K-Series Kickboxing with tonight's co-main event of the evening, 5 2-minute rounds for the K-Series and Gamma 130-pound championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Church Street Muay Thai, Oliver the Savage Janelle. His opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, representing Pride Martial Arts, he's the Magic Man, Kyle Boller. The man in charge of the action at the sound of the bell is JP Zuniga.
Folks, don't blink. This is going to be an action-packed bout. 130-pound K-Series title on the line. Oliver the Savage Janelle in the blue corner. Kyle Magic Man Boller out of the red. Boller, every fight we've seen him in, that deceptive style. Tough to get the timing on. And he's deadly accurate when he turns the power on. But Oliver Janelle has a style that wants audiences wanting more and leaves opponents wanting out. This is the matchup that you want to see, folks, at 130 pounds.
Both so light on their feet, shuffling around the ring, so light on their feet. I do want to add that I am very much so enjoying the shorts of the Magic Man. Got hearts, spades, clubs, and diamonds on it.
That's some branding that that is like Hollywood level. Congratulations to whoever made that choice. Jabs landing in for Janelle. Boller going for the right hand. Lead.
When we have these fights back to back, you can really see the contrast between the fighters, between bout and bout. These guys are so much lighter on their feet.
Yeah, you're seeing the top of the division at 130 pounds.
Yeah, and
for
they're
sure.
bouncing in, throwing some, and bouncing out. Both of them really, really trying to find their range and doing a good job at it.
Both men very dangerous in their styles, so you don't want to do anything reckless in the first round and leave yourself out there. 10 seconds left in the first.
Wow. Both guys so hard to read. Part of them being light on their feet is there's a lot of fakes and feints happening. And not just that, it's not just fakes and feints with their hip, with their legs, with their hands, but also with their head movement. They're not being a stationary target.
No.
I'm here, and then I'm here. I'm here, and then I'm here. And you can't really get off. But both fighters are doing that.
Kyle Boller, you see there Ross Turbo Levine in his corner, trained by Andrew Cornell and Ross Levine. Shout out to the Turbo Martial Arts up there in Rhode Island, just recently opened. He trains out of there, and Pride Martial Arts.
Oliver in the blue corner, a fellow commentator.
Yes, indeed. Oliver has been kind enough to join the commentary booth, and it's been a pleasure working with him every time.
I've seen you guys' chemistry, and I must say, I'm very jealous, very envious.
No, thank you.
You guys are a great team.
It's always an honor to be able to work with somebody who knows their stuff, and that's well-spoken like yourself or like Oliver. And shout out to everybody out there who tunes in here on Warriors Cup TV.
Ooh.
Nice high kick for Boller. 2nd and 5 scheduled 2-minute rounds. Yeah, you can see that tricky, awkward timing. It's like an off rhythm that Boller seems to have.
Yeah.
Nice! Right hand from Janelle lands. Janelle's a grinder. I mean, he goes in there and he will just wear you out by pressing forward. And a little note, he has never been stopped in a fight.
Oh, wow.
I mentioned Turbo Martial Arts. Shout out to Ross Levine and his wife Maddie having their first child soon. Congratulations to them.
When addressing a fighter like Boller, it's tough, like you said, to get his timing, but his movement, it's so glitchy, it's so hard to read. But I feel like Janelle's doing a good job. He's saying, you're doing a lot of movements. Well, watch this. So am I. So am I. I'm being just as difficult to read.
You know, it would be a nice high kick from Boller. It would be very easy with a guy like Boller to get mesmerized, to get hypnotized by the Magic Man.
Right.
However, Janelle's saying, we're going to play my game. I'm not getting sucked into this. Boller's doing an excellent job with those high kicks. And you know both these guys have trained hard. Boller noting to us that he knows Janelle is the most experienced guy he's faced, but Boller putting on a tremendous show so far. Nice high kick. That'll be the end of the second round. 3 more scheduled. 6 minutes left on the clock. Folks, don't forget you can follow us at rfc.promotions. Blitz MMA coming up soon. September 27th here in New York City, we're launching our MMA promotion. We've been doing it up in Rockland County for years. We have that. We have the K-Series down here. RFC Promotion is taking over the scene. You don't want to miss it, so follow us at rfc.promotions. You can follow me at Liam Talks Fights and Brian at Brian_Kemsley, Kemsley. And thank you to everybody tuning in on WarriorsCup.tv. So let's see here. Third round coming up. It'll be interesting to see the adjustments here. K-Series 130-pound title and the Gamma 130-pound title on the line here. 3 of a scheduled 5. Janelle out of the blue corner. Boller out of the red. Yeah, no, Boller said it's fine.
Just wanted to point out that it happened, that's all.
Boller leaping in with that knee.
The footwork with these two fighters, phenomenal.
Yeah, both of them very, very adept in there. Boller really takes advantage of that space as much as possible. Seems to really enjoy controlling center ring, having the space to move out, move in. And with this ring positioning, you've got to imagine the judges are taking a look at this. And more than likely scoring it for Boller so far in this round.
Boller doing a great job keeping Janelle in that corner. Janelle manages to shuffle out, but still with his back against the rope. Oh, great pullback and counter by Boller.
Nice inside kick from Janelle. High kick from Boller. Boller's deceptive with those kicks. When he decides to throw them, he doesn't even need a setup with the way he's able to flick them up there.
Yeah, absolutely. But I appreciate that Janelle came back with a hard hook and cross to answer back. If he is hurt, he doesn't want to show that he is, so he answers back with 2 hard shots.
The momentum so far in this round, in my opinion, is all Boller. But Janelle's had his moments. Nice right hand from Boller.
Boller picking his shots at this point.
10 seconds left. Nice body kick from Boller.
Oh, really finding his timing towards the end of that round. Really just a little bit of peppering there. Not everything is thrown hard, just throwing some out there just to keep the guard occupied and then selecting where and when he wants to throw hard shots. Done very effectively.
Yeah, you know, with this style, and you see, like in that third round, I think especially, judges are going to see that and see Boller being the more active fighter. Remember, this is judged on damage, which we haven't seen a whole lot of damage on either side, pressure and volume. So when you have somebody with their back against the ropes or in the corner, and you've got the opponent continually trying to keep them there and landing shots, that's that pressure, keeping it on there. Bit of ring generalship. Let's see. I would never be one to count out Oliver Janelle. I've seen him come back in certain performances. I'm not even saying he's behind right now. Nice right kick from Janelle. Boller going up top. Knee from Boller. Nice hooks from Janelle. Boller mixing up nicely, downstairs and upstairs. Seems like he's really in his rhythm now and got his timing down.
I'd like to see Janelle get himself out of the corners. He seems comfortable there, but I feel like he's safer when he's moving. In the first 2 rounds where he was light on his feet, moving, he was taking less shots.
Yeah, when he applies that double jab and some of the pressure on Boller, he's not letting Boller get into his game.
Right.
Get into his rhythm.
Exactly.
Dangerous with a guy like Boller to let him get into that rhythm. They've got that awkward off timing style.
Right.
Janelle coming back with the uppercut. Boller going downstairs, shoe shine. Nice slip there and a weave underneath from Boller. She now steps out. Nice uppercut from Boller, lands, goes up the inside. Jumping switch, Karate Kid style kick. I'm sure Turbo Ross Levine, Karate Combat Champion, was happy with that one.
There's just no slowing down with the pace and volume that the Magic Man, with the Magic Man.
Ten seconds left in the fourth. Boller just at will going to the body and going up top. That'll be it. Fifth and final round coming up here.
Obviously, Boller has great cardio and conditioning, but you can also attribute to how he's able to throw all that volume is because not everything he throws is hard. He's really just tap, 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 tap. There's a hard shot, there's a hard shot, there's a hard kick. Tap, 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 tap. I pull back, hard counter.
You know what it kind of reminds me of? Not exactly in his style, but in that approach you just mentioned, almost a Nick Diaz or a Nate Diaz, where they're just peppering small shots.
Right. Just trying to occupy the opponent's guard. Trying to make sure there's almost no room for the opponent to throw because they constantly need to be shelled up.
Yeah. The small shots, keeping their guard honest, keeping it up there, and then applying the power here and there. Here we go, fifth and final round, 130-pound Gamma and K-Series Championship on the line. Janelle out of the blue corner, Boller out of the red. This last round could leave a major impression on the judges. I guarantee you Boller has no intention of slowing down, and either does Janelle. Janelle going for that right hand. Boller angling nicely. Both of these guys not being stationary targets. Oh, that was a hard, that might be the hardest right shot that Boller's done, the hardest punch Boller's landed so far in the fight. Beautifully timed.
Notice how immediately after that, immediately after he throws a hard shot to the head, he attacks the body. Attacks the body to lower the guard again. And it's not for another few strikes till he goes to the head again.
Referee JP Zuniga deeming that enough to be worthy of a standing 8 count. That does a lot for Boller on the scorecards. Teep to the face and goes to the body. Janelle, nice right hand, but Boller continued to apply pressure. Less than a minute left in this fight. Yeah, Boller's very, very comfortable now. I mean, he got comfortable in the third round, and he's just turning up the speed now.
He does his best work when he's able to put.
That'll be a second 8 count, so that means one more and the fight will be called. Referee JP Zuniga seeing enough shots land in there. 30 seconds now left in the fight.
He's doing his best work when he's able to put Janelle into the ropes, into the corner. Referee just warning not to use the elbow. Not to use the elbow.
Pressing in. Boller, you know Boller's going to try to finish this. 15 seconds left. Janelle doing a nice job shelling up there. 10 seconds remaining.
Oh, great timing on that low kick. Puts the Magic Man down on the mat for a second.
And that will be the fight, folks.
Wow.
Kyle Boller coming down to New York, putting on an impressive display, coming over to show respect to his opponent's camp and his opponent, Oliver Janelle. A sportsman and a gentleman in there, as always.
Wow.
Janelle putting up a spirited defense, but the judges' cards more than likely will be going to Boller.
I'm interested in having a conversation with Oliver after he watches the footage and seeing how well. I want him to see how well he did in the first couple rounds with his movement, so he can learn what he did right and what he may have done wrong towards the last couple rounds.
Yeah, and it's also got to be noted, these, we mentioned before about the K-Series titles being highly coveted. That's because of the level of competition you've got to fight to get through them. And Boller is world class. I mean, you saw once he got into his rhythm and his timing, but you're right, for the first 2 rounds, and that was right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it went one way or the other the first couple rounds.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
How you doing, my guy?
As always, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for 2 great fighters and 1 great championship bout. After 5 hard-fought rounds of kickboxing action, we go to the official scorecard. All 3 judges have scored the fight in favor for your winner by way of unanimous decision. And the new K-Series Gamma 130-pound champion, Kyle Boller.
Kyle the Magic Man Boller goes home with another belt. The K-Series 130-pound title and Gamma 130-pound title. Look at that smile on his face. He's very happy now. And I'm sure everybody at Pride Martial Arts and Turbo is celebrating up there in Rhode Island.